everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. This week I have a bunch of new recipes for you. They surprised both Big Daddy and myself. We enjoyed every single one of them. As always, I don't post those that I don't like. So sit back, enjoy, and let's get to cooking. The first thing we have to do for our Cube Steak Casserole is bread and batter fry up the cube steak. Now I'm going to use the air fryer. You can do it any way you like. And I used egg and milk, and then I used chicken butter because it's an already seasoned flour, but you can make whatever kind of flour you want to. For the oven, it's 425 degrees for about 20 minutes, and it's set to turn it halfway, which I did not do, and probably would have been a good idea because I did spray this, but the one side got stuck. So future Mel's telling you may want to flip it halfway through if you're doing it in the oven or air fryer. Now that they're out, the next thing is to layer the potatoes and the onions in a greased casserole dish. I chopped mine up in the food processor to make it a little faster, and I'm going to do the same with the onions. So I'm just separating this a little bit, and then we're going to put the cube steak on top. Oh, and season the potatoes and onions with some salt and pepper. Now, before putting the cube steak on, I added some pats of butter on top of the potatoes. And after getting all of our cube steak on top of the potatoes and butter in the casserole dish, we're going to mix water and 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And it's just 1 cup of water. And after we whisk that all together, we're going to pour it on top of the cube steak. We're going to cover the casserole with foil. We're going to put it in a 375-degree oven and let it cook for 1 hour. I paired it with some broccoli with some cheese melted on it, and here are your ingredients, and of course the recipe directions will be in the description box below. I hope you give it a try. Today we're making a first for me. We're making a crock-pot lasagna with real lasagna noodles. We're not using ravioli. So let's get started. The first thing we've got to do is cook our meat, which this time is Italian sausage, which is one of my favorites in like spaghetti or lasagna, so I was up for trying this. Now the meat's done and drained, I'm going to add the pasta sauce, and then we're going to go over to the crock pot. First thing I'm going to do is spray the inside, and next I'm going to put some of the sauce on the very bottom. I'm going to take 3 lasagna noodles. I'm going to break them up and try to cover the sauce that's in there. And this is the way I did it for all 3 layers. Now we're going to put some more sauce on top of the noodles. And now for the cheese. It's said to use 2 cups of mozzarella and 3/4 of a cup Parmesan. There's 3 layers. I think I used about a little less than a cup on each layer for the mozzarella, and then I just used like a 1/4 cup of the Parmesan for each layer. And once we get our cheeses on here, then we're going to start the process over, and we're going to repeat this 2 more times. Now we'll get the lid on and cook this on low for 3 hours. This is what it looked like. I popped some garlic sticks in this is a convection oven. It's a microwave too. And this was a finished plate. I just put some grated Parmesan on top. It tasted so good. Big Daddy and I are not a fan of ricotta cheese, so this just had the mozzarella and Parmesan, so we were super happy about that, and I hope you give it a try. For our chicken parm tortellini in the slow cooker, we're going to add our sauce, our broth, which I'm going to put into the sauce just to get the rest of it out, and then we'll do some salt and pepper. Gonna give this a mix and now add in our chicken. Put the lid on and cook this on low for 6 hours. Now the 6 hours is up, we're going to remove the chicken. We're going to add the tortellini to the crock pot. We're going to put the lid on and let that cook for 20 minutes. While that's going on, we're going to shred the chicken, and then we'll add that back to the slow cooker. The tortellini's now cooked for 20 minutes. We're going to add the shredded chicken. We're going to melt some butter. And then we're going to mix some breadcrumbs into the butter. And then we add that to the crock pot and then top it with some Parmesan cheese. And just put the lid back on for a little while till the cheese gets melty. This was absolutely delicious. I wanted to do some garlic toast on the side, but I was out of bread, so that went out the window. But this had a fantastic flavor, and I really hope you try it. Here are your ingredients, and again, the directions in the description box below. Today we're going to do something very simple. We're going to make beef stroganoff in the slow cooker. We're going to put in 1 can of golden mushroom soup. We're going to do a 1/2 cup chopped onion, a 1/4 cup of water, and a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Then we're going to mix that all up, and then we'll add our cubed beef. Once this is all mixed in, we'll put the lid on and cook this for 8 hours. After which you're going to cut up your cream cheese or sour cream, you can use that too, whichever you prefer, and you put it in the crock pot and cook it for an additional up to 30 minutes until your cream has dissolved into the sauce. And that's it. We did some egg noodles and some butter bread on the side. Absolutely delicious, and I hope you give this a try. As always, the directions for these and all the ingredients are going to be at the end here, directions and ingredients in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this week's meals, and if you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a smiley face emoji. I'll see you Wednesday.